Hi, I'm Alan Can. I help organizations to innovate more quickly using cloud technologies, augmented intelligence, as well as Agile and DevOps practices. Welcome to the third video of the series to explain how GitLab on Bluemix can help you to manage your Agile project. Now, the first video has explained how you can set up GitLab to manage user stories in issues. The second video explained how to use issues to actually manage your backlog user stories and applying it in your sprint planning. In this third video, we will explain how to collaborate using Wiki as well as the source repository in the context of Bluemix. So let's get started. Now, Wiki is a good storage of information for Agile projects. As you would be aware, Agile projects in general doesn't have a whole lot of documentation between team members, and that's why we need somewhere to store just day-to-day information about a project. It would be good to create a page for a particular project. So you can say this is project homepage for XYZ project. If you have specific information about sprints, you can also put it in here, such as sprint 0 goal is to set up infrastructure. And estimated velocity is 45 points. This is just an example of what you can put into a wiki. There is no limitations to how you can use the wiki. You can use it to store testing related information. You can use it to store, what I just done, sprint information, or you can also store user story related information. If you have elaboration of the user story, you can also store it in the wiki, or design decisions. Let's say you have done some architectural spikes, you can store the information about the spike in the wiki so that later on people can refer back to it if they want to. So this is how you would use Wiki to collaborate. Remember, a wiki can be used by anyone in the team, so all team members can edit and change the information as they need to. The next piece that we would like to talk about is the source repository. Now, GitLab comes with your source code repository that is used by software developers to manage their source code. Any developers who wants to create a new feature should start by creating a new branch and work on the branch itself. For more information about branching and merging, there are plenty of tutorials on the web, such as this is a very good tutorial. I would not be going through branching and merging specifically. Sufficient to say that all developers who are developing a new feature should start with a new branch. If they're fixing a bug, they should branch off, fix the bug, and then merge it back to the main branch. Now, with GitLab, you can also use a command line. If you scroll down here, there are some command line commands that you can use. You have to download the Git command line interface on your developer laptop in order to use these Git commands, but you can easily connect and do the same thing as what you can do on a GUI that I'll be showing you later on using command line. And in order to get access to your repository on command line, you will need an address of the project. So if you go to the project tab, this is the address of your Git repository. So the first thing you need to do is probably do a Git clone of this repository. The next thing that I'd like to highlight to you is the features in Bluemix to help developers with developing their application. So let's go back to the toolchain. You will see that there is an Eclipse Orion web IDE, and I'd like to explain a little bit about how to use this web IDE on Bluemix. Now, the web IDE gives you access to exactly the Git repository that we've just looked at. In this case, let's say I need to change one of the files here. I click into the file and I can make changes. Save the change. Once the change is saved, you need to go to the Git icon here to add your new file to a commit. The idea is that you add all the changes of files to a commit so that we can commit all the changes together. I'll put in a comment about this particular change and then I'll commit the change. Commit simply means saving your file on the source repository on GitLab. The next thing you need to do is to push it to the main branch, and that also will automatically kick off a DevOps process, which we can take a look at in the delivery pipeline tile. So once I committed my change, the build stage has been kicked off automatically, which copies the files to the right place where the deploy stage will pick up and copy onto Bluemix. So once the deployment is completed, then you will see the updated application at this URL here. If you're wondering what it is doing at the moment, you can also go into the logs and history. The log will give you real-time updates as to what's happening behind the scenes. Now that the deployment is completed, we can access the application. And there's the change. This concludes the third video of the 3-part series to talk about how to use GitLab on IBM Bluemix to run your Agile project. Thank you for watching.